Welcome back. Welcome to Further Solutions Academy. In this video, I'll be walking you through coordinate geometry. This is Further Solutions Academy. Encourage us more, help us to share our video, and also subscribe to our channel. Help us to share and also subscribe to our channel. We have over 140 videos on this channel. We have most of them on YouTube and some are on Facebook, Twitter. Our page on Facebook. We are always there for you guys to move on with. In this video, I'll be walking you through coordinate geometry. These are the outline. After this video, you should be able to understand all this. The first one is distance between 2 points, coordinate of midpoint, and gradient, or we call it slope of a straight line. That is what I have for you on this video. Okay, let me start my job before we move on to the outline, let me try to explain the meaning of coordinate. When we talk about coordinate is just like we are talking about coordinate is also the same thing, is also called points. Now, these coordinates and points are the same thing. It means that when we talk about coordinates, we must understand a word point. Now, for instance, before point can form, we all know that this is a point, and point and zero and circle, they have the same characteristics, but the only thing that is different between point and circle, point is bigger and is more visible, which zero is more visible and bigger, while point is not. But this and this have the same quality. When I enlarge this, I will have this. That's why we always say angle at a point is 360. Angle at a point is 360, and angle on a circle is also 360. Now, when I have a point, this point, how can point form? It means it's a relationship between x and y, which is x and y. Let's move on to what is called Cartesian plane. Now, Cartesian plane. Now, when we talk about Cartesian plane is just like, let me just quickly, this is Cartesian plane. Now, let me quickly explain what is called Cartesian plane. Now, when we talk about Cartesian plane, it's most of, this is Cartesian plane. Now, this is where points being coming out from. Now, okay, for instance, if I have a point in this place, now before I have a point, this point comes up, it means there must be interaction between x and y. It means my x, this is my x axis, this is my minus x axis, this is my y axis, this is my minus y axis. Now, anything that comes there is what? Is the is the positive axis of x. It means x naught and y naught. Let me use the word y naught. Now, when these two things comes together, it will form a point. That point is now become a coordinate x, s naught, y naught. It means at this point, I'm referring to what? A coordinate. Now, coordinates, can you see how coordinates and points are related? That is how it is. Now, there are, on our Cartesian point plane, we all know what is called graph, or this graphical method in solving simultaneous equation, any of the method. Now, in this graph, you must understand y-axis, x-axis, minus x, and minus y. And this also in applied part of geometry, we have what is called quadrants. I think we can load more on that when we have our time. Quadrants, I think first quadrant, second quadrant, and third quadrant. And also this particular Cartesian plane is also useful when it comes to bearing. It means I'm talking about compass. When I'm to divide a point into, angle at a point 360. When I divide this into two, I'm talking about what? Northern and southern. When you become 4, we're talking about east, east, south, west, and so on and so forth. Now, it means any point that is forming here, we'll be talking about what? Minus x naught and y2. Let me call it y naught. Okay, y. Let me just come a point this way. Okay. It means the coordinate is now what? Minus x naught, comma y naught. That is the coordinate. It means my x must be considered first before we talk about your y. Now, anything that is coming up here, we'll be calling it, let me call it minus. Now, it means, this is another point, it means I'll be talking about minus y naught, comma s naught minus. And also here, and so on and so forth. On this thing, it means we are talking about what? A point and a coordinate. Now, that is all this will be relating onto. Like distance of a 2 point, midpoint, gradient of a point. That is what we are going to be resting on as far as this video is concerned. Now, let's move on to distance of a 2 point. Okay, Cartesian plane is very important when it comes to distance of a 2 point. Now, when we talk about distance of a 2 point, now I have my Cartesian plane on at this point. Let me call this one x and y. Their movement. It does not end there. I'm just cutting off here. It means that is continuous. It's continuous. But we all call this real axis. We call it real axis. And we call this imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. Now, real axis is always stated. It's always real. It means this will generate this. That is the meaning. This real axis will generate imaginary axis. That is why anybody that is used to graphical method in solving any of the equation clearly stated taking the value of x from so. It means that is how it will always be. Now, I have a point here. I have another point here. How do I find distance between 2 points? This is the point A, this is point B. Let me call this one point A, and this is the point B. They are points. Both of them are on the Cartesian plane. I want to find the distance between this point. Now, this one, we call it x1. This one will be y1. A number is forming here. This one will be what? S2. This one will be what? Y2. Now, I want to find distance between these 2 points. This is the right angle triangle, and from here to here, to find the distance, final minus initial. Final minus initial. It means minus x naught. I mean x1. It means here will be what? Y2 minus y1. That is my distance in units. Now, since I have this, unit means it can be centimeter, it can be meter, it can be kilometer, how you want it. It means if it is a real point and on a surface, we'll be talking about meter or kilometer. But if it is on your paper, we'll be talking about millimeter or your centimeter, depending on what you are working on. Now, I want to find distance between these 2 points with the help of Pythagorean theorem, which is with help of Pythagorean. Now, this particular theorem is an inventor. He has invented on this thing. It's one that is the name of the person that created this law, this theorem, which tells us that what hypotenuse squared equals to opposite squared plus adjacent squared. That is what Pythagorean theorem is telling us. It means it helps us to know the two sides of a right angle triangle. We have 3 types of triangle. The first one, we have a isosceles triangle, which is telling us none of the sides and side are equal. We have a right angle, we have equilateral triangle, which is all the sides are equal, and we have isosceles triangle. Now, this right angle triangle is a form of triangle. That is what one of the side is equals to 180. That is what it's all about, right angle triangle. It means the ratio of the two, we can balance it out by using our SOHCAHTOA. And if you are looking for any missing of the of the side, we can use this particular theorem. Now, which tell us hypotenuse square equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. Now, it means, what is my opposite? Hypotenuse, I will call it AB. It's a distance. Now, it's a distance in units anyway. In units. I can put anything to denote my unit, but it's good to have it. It means AB squared equals to this also S squared minus X1 unit squared plus Y2 Y1 units. Oh, okay. Now, what am I trying to do here? It means my opposite and adjacent. How do I locate my opposite? Any angle given here, if angle is given here, it means facing angle, we call it opposite. The other part is called adjacent, which is SOHCAHTOA help us to. SOHCAHTOA help us to work on two sides of a given right angle triangle. Two sides of given right angle triangle. That is what's helpful. Now, I can now move on my distance of B equals to root of, I square root the both side. Think I'm squaring the both side, which I'll be having S1 minus X1 plus. Now, there must be inside roots. Many of us normally write our root this way: S minus X1 plus. Okay, let me just put minus. Now, when you write something like this, is not presentable in any exam. It will be cancelled. To be cancelled because this is different from this. It can only be the same when you introduce your big brackets. It means you have let us know that that thing is put as is inside the what, the bracket of what, or of this. But is that you do it this way or you do it this way? But if this is not there, is not allowed. It means that root belongs to only S2 minus X1. Now, okay, that is this one. This is the formula for what? For you, I mean, it's used to find distance of two points. This is the formula used to find distance of a 2 points. Now, let me quickly apply this to a real life situation. Maybe give you the coordinates. Now, I've told you the meaning of coordinate. Now, it must involve X and Y. It must involve X and Y. Now, I want to use this formula to solve one or two problem. Now, I have a question here. I have a problem here. Okay, the first one is what is the distance between the point whose coordinates are 3, minus 10 and minus 4, 15. Now, we are looking for the coordinates. Solution to this problem. Now, how do I solve this problem? It means it will be very simple for me. Number one, this is a coordinate, this is a coordinate. It means they are both, this is a point, this is a point. How do I get this done? Don't forget that this is my distance of the 2 points. Okay, let me just make it so real so that we can be able to see. It means this is a sketch. I'm not plotting. If it is plotting, I want to show my scale, how it's being done. But let me just show on the sketch, which is through my Cartesian plane. Now, this is my minus 4. This is my 15. Let me just, the sketch, I'm just putting on 15 here. Now, this is mine. I have 3. And I have minus 9. This is my minus 9. Now, this is a point. It means this one and this one will come together and will form a point here. This one and this one will come together and will form a point here. Now, I want to know the distance between these 2 points. It means I will join this point together. Now, by joining it, I want to know distance between, let me call this place A and B. It means I'm having my A. Okay, let me put those. Okay, let me call it this place okay, A and B and B. Okay, now it means A and B. I want to join these two together. It means I'll call this place A. I want to know distance between this and this. That is what is called coordinate. It means this one will be what? Minus 4, minus 5, which is x1, y1. This one will be what? 3, minus 9. It means I'll be having x2, y2. That is all about that. By so doing that, I will get what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? My distance of AB equals to root of, which I've done that. What is my x? Okay, let me do this. x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. Okay, my AB equals to, what is my x1? What is my x2? It means I will be having 3 minus, this is minus 4 plus this one also, y2. What is my y2? Minus 9 minus 15. Now, which I'll be having square, and I'll be rooting it. Now, since I have this, I can now find my A, which is going to be what? This is going to be 7 squared plus, this one will be minus 15 and 19, which is going to be 24 squared, all roots. Now, by so doing this, I can move on by having 49 plus, which I will be having 27. Let me quickly use a formula that I am normally used to. I have 28, I have 20, which is 28 times 2. I'll be having 56. 0, which is 4 times 4, 16. It means I'll be having 6, 7, 5. It means 675. Now, I can now root this together. It means whatever I get here, I'll be putting units on it. You can add up and square the answer. That is your answer. Okay, that is all what we are talking about there. Now, let me give more example on this part. Let me give an example on this part. It means my answer will be, when you square root of this number, it will be 25 root of 625, which is my AB equals to 25. Now, I've told you how to find all these things on our platform, which is multiplication of numbers. Try to view and check that. You have no calculator. Okay. Let me give one more technical question on this distance with 2 points. I will now quickly run to midpoint and also grade of the point. Now, the next one is let me look for a question here that can be of help to us. Now, find the distance between the points Q3 and the point common to the lines 2x minus y equals to 4 and x plus y equals to 2. Look at this question. It's a technical question. It can come out in any exam, but it's a very simple one. This time around, you must understand the logic behind simultaneous equation, and don't forget, any given simultaneous equation will always land you at coordinate, which is a point. You must get a number for x and also get a number for y. It means they are coordinates. That's why you see x equals to so, y equals to so. Now, while so doing this is a point that I don't need to stress myself off. But this one is funny. and the point common to the line. Now, I think let me quickly generate that one. It means that my x value and my y has a value, they are forming a what? A point. That's why I get a point. It means I'll be having 2x plus y equals to 4. Is it plus or minus? Sorry, minus y, and the x plus y equals to 2. Now from here, I can eliminate the 2. I'm eliminating. Sorry, there are 4 methods of solving substitution equation. We have elimination method, substitution method, equity method, and graphical method. Anyone you feel like. Let me use the one that is very convenient for me here is elimination method. This one and this one are added, and this one become x3x equals to this one will be 6. It means my s equals to 2. My s, it means when I'm having x comma y, it means I'm having to remain my y. Here I can see that what x is already 2, y equals to 2 minus 2. Oh, 2 minus x, which is my x is equals to 2 already. It means my y equals to 0, which is equals to 0. It means the coordinates, I can call it p. Now I can now find the distance between p and q now, which is the common distance, which is I'll be having qp to be equals to what we just finished doing now, and we have x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. Now by so doing this and do this, and this is your x1 y1 x2 y2 y2. By so doing that, you get your what? Your simple answer. I don't need to stress myself on that. Now finish it. You can drop your comments if you cannot get it. It's very simple anyway. Now the next one I'm working on is called, this is called midpoint. Now when we talk about midpoint, it means we are talking about a point that divides a line, like the line we formed that time. A point that divides that line to 2 equal parts. That divide the line to 2 equal parts. Now I've shown you how to generate a line, a straight line. A straight line is a distance, is the shortest distance between 2 points. Is the shortest distance between 2 points. I can have other things, I can have other lines, but if you want to find the shortest distance between 2 points, it's good to use a straight line. It means a midpoint, you are just referring to a line that divides this into 2. When you have a point this way, this is a point, this is the point. Now, I have my x. Okay, let me use my A, my B. Now, if this is a point, it means it will be C. Let me call it M. Now, point M is my midpoint. How do I get it? It means I will be talking about something like this, something like this, and something like this, something like this. Now, by so doing that, I've done my midpoint. That is what midpoint is talking about. It means by so doing that, I'll be having a midpoint. It always equals to 1 all over 2 of what? S2 plus x1, comma. Because this is a point, it will now generate your y, which is y plus y1. Now, by so doing this, it will generate my midpoint. Let me look for one question under this that will explain this part for us. Now, for instance, the midpoint of the line joining the point S4, 2 and y minus 2, 5, 0 is, you don't know it. It means you are looking for the midpoint. When you have something like this, just quickly move on by having solution to your problem. It's always simple. It's always simple to do. Now, what you just do is, how do I get my midpoint? My midpoint, it will be equals to 1 all over 2 bracket of S2 plus X1 comma. Please, comma is very important because if a point is a coordinate, it means 1 all over 2 bracket of y2 plus y1. If by so doing this, what is my y1? I've shown you earlier x1, y1, x2, y2. It means I can say that 1 all over 2, my x2 is what? Minus 5, comma of 4 plus 4, and comma 1 all over 2 bracket of what is my x is 0, that will be O 0 plus 2. It means this one will be 3. Exactly. Yeah, it will be 1. It means I'll be having 1 all over 2 multiplied by 1, which is bracket as 1, comma 1 all over 2 bracket of 2. It means I'll be having 1 all over 2, comma 1. That is my midpoint. That is my midpoint. Now, I don't need to waste much time on midpoint. I've explained what midpoint is talking about. It means a point that defines a circle to two, that divides a line to two equal parts. Let me quickly move on to gradient of a straight line. Gradient of a straight line. Now, when we talk about gradient of a straight line, it's always, let me quickly write it down. We have gradient. We have what is called gradient. Now, gradient can also be called slope. Call it slope. Now, also we call it M when it comes to a straight line. We call it changing y all over change in x. This is in x, and also can also be called call it dy dx. When it comes to dy dx, it means the rate of change in y and the rate of change in x. We call it it's always common. I mean, this is calculus now. We are not now calculus, and also we call it generally we will have this y2 minus y1 all over minus x1. It means this is the real change. This is what we are talking about. Now, once we are talking about gradient, it means my gradient can be can be written in this any of this form. Now, let me now move on to gradient equals to y2 minus y1 all over s2 minus x1. That is my gradient. It means I'm also moving on to coordinate. x1, y1, s2, and y. Now, it means coordinate is involved. That is coordinate form of it. Okay, for instance, find the gradient. Now, there are two types of gradients, and it's being determined by their line. Some line we call it positive, negative, positive graph and negative graph. I'm not here to talk about graph, but there are two types of gradient. You can, when your negative gradient is positive and is negative, when you come and meet us in come and view our video on simultaneous equation, on simultaneous equation, you will see it. You will see all this there. Now, it means I want to give an example on this gradient of the line. Find the gradient. Okay, find the gradient of the line passing through the point minus 2, 0 and 0,4. Okay, this is very simple. I can ask to find any gradient. It means what I'm talking about. I have my x1, y1, s2, y2. Now it means coordinate is coming up. It means I can answer my gradient. If I like, I would like to call it this way, equals to n. I would like to use n because at the point when we are talking about a line, a straight line graph, a straight line equation, we'll be talking about n, which is let me introduce m equals to mx plus c. In this m, let me now be using it. It will be equals to y2 minus y1 all over s2 minus s1. That is my gradient. It means my m will be equals to what is my y1? What is my y2? Now, my y1 is, my y2 is minus 4 minus 0 divided by y2, we have minus 2, which is my gradient, equals to minus 4 all over 2, which is, sorry, divided by 2. Now, this will be what? Minus 2. That is my gradient. That is all about gradient. Okay, what's it all about? They can be given gradient and you have to find the coordinates. Anyhow it comes, you are good to go. Okay, let me give one more example before we close this chapter. Okay, our next video will be on equation of a straight line. All this part of equation of a line. Now, the gradient of the comma y and comma minus 2 is 3 all over 2. Find the value. Find y. Now, if I'm have to find y at this point, at this junction, you should know that you have your gradient, which is your gradient. Now, these are your coordinates. It means something is missing. This is what is missing, which let me call it P to avoid problem. Now, I call it P. Find P. It means I'll be talking about my m equals to y2 minus y1 all over s2 minus x1. It means my m is equals to what? 3 all over 2. Since I have that, it means I'll be having 3 all over 2 equals to my coordinate x1. Now, it means I'll be having minus 2 minus 3 divided by what? P minus 2. Oh, there's no mistake. Oh, I made mistake. Sorry for that. That is minus 3. This one will now be P minus 1. Okay, sorry, I'm making a mistake. It's a silly mistake. What is my y1? My y1, my y2 is minus 2 minus P. Yes, this is my y1. I mean y2, y1. And divided by x, which is minus 1 minus 3, which I'll be having 3 all over 2 equals to minus 2 minus P divided by minus 4. Now, that's, yes. Okay, I have every chance to, year 1, year 2 is allowed. I told you we have done a lot of things on fraction. Multiply direct, which is I'll be having minus 6 equals to minus 2 minus P. It means I'll be having minus P equals to minus 6 plus 2, which is I'll be having minus P equals to minus 4. Now my P equals to 4. It means what is missing here is 4. P equals to 4. That is all. Okay, that is all what I have for you in this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Help us to share our video. Once again, further solutions academy. Thank you for thanks.